This is the final in my series of photos with wind turbines, and there's something a little different about this photo. Number one, it's the wind turbines are not really the main focus. They're almost like an afterthought. The hay bales in the front are the main focus. Number two, the wind turbines violate a couple rules that I talked about last week. They're facing away, and that's not how I normally like turbines to be. I mean, I can't change the position of these, but I like to position myself in such a way that the turbines are facing me. And also the turbines are kind of backlit. The sun is coming from back on the left in the back of the photo, and so the turbines are shrouded in shadow. So what's the deal with this photo? Well, I wanted, again, to kind of create a sense of grandeur and scale on the Midwestern prairie. And I wanted to do that in this photo by focusing not on the turbines, but on the hay bales. So I got my D500, my 70-200 millimeter lens. This is in Kansas, either off of Highway 77 or Highway 15. I don't remember which. And I focused on the foremost hay bale, the one like closest to us in the foreground. And in the background were these turbines. And I did this type of shot, which I haven't taken this type of shot before, where the turbines are actually not the main focus. They're way in the background, because I wanted them to show how huge this really was. They are so far away, and yet they still tower above everything else. But there's something else kind of interesting that happened. This was a hot day, and it was probably like, I don't know, 11 o'clock on this August day. And if you look at the turbines, they're actually out of focus, not necessarily because of depth of field, but because of the mirage effect created by the hot air rising from the ground. That was a cool effect I didn't expect, and I was really interested to see that. That creates, it just adds this element to the photo where it looks, I don't know, it has some sort of, I guess, intangible quality. It looks different in a way that a photo of clear, in-focus wind turbines doesn't really look. There's also the editing of this photo, which I'm not super happy with. I didn't edit this a ton, but you can see everything kind of has, like the horizon line has this white halo almost around it. That's because I used a gradient filter in Lightroom on both the sky and the foreground, two separate gradient filters. And where the sky element met the horizon, it didn't quite add in the gradient filter how I wanted. And I could have gone back and edited this. Maybe I will. But one thing about me in editing, I don't like to spend hours editing a single picture. I'll edit a picture for just a couple minutes and call it good. And if it's not perfect, instead of tweaking and tweaking and tweaking, I'll just try and shoot another photo similar to it and do better the next time I edit it. Because I just don't, I enjoy editing to a certain point, and then I'm like, I'm just done. I'm going to upload this to Flickr or whatever. Like I don't want to strive for perfection so much that I am kind of losing the forest for the trees, in other words. But I really enjoyed taking this photo, and I think it captures something unique about this scene that I haven't really been able to do before.